Try your best Usher riff. You sound like such a girl.
Yeah. Welcome back to Chatterbox, the #1 podcast hosted by the wholesome couple, myself, Mr. Bailey London, and the one, the only.
Stop picking me up like that. I'm just me. I'm just Kaira.
Me and just Kaira.
Yeah.
I'm back in the studio for a second episode.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Here we are with a butterfly pea.
And
Rosella.
Rosella.
If you've been to Thailand, you might not know about it. If you haven't been to Thailand, you might not know about these. But these are like, I would say these are local drinks.
Yeah, these are local
Traditional.
drinks. Traditional. They're made from plants.
Can't get this shit from 7-Eleven.
The closest thing you're going to get to this back in the UK is going to be a synthetic sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla, yeah, I would say. Is it sarsaparilla or sarsaparilla?
So I've always called it sarsaparilla.
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 Just cutting out some of those syllables.
Sarsaparilla.
Okay, sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
I think it's sarsaparilla.
Sarsaparilla.
But the thing is, you know, where it's a Jamaican thing, yeah, it's like, who can we even count on them that they're pronouncing it right? Because
What are you trying to say about Jamaicans?
I'm just saying that the patois, like, sometimes they just be making things up.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
But I'm still out. Sarsaparilla. But this ain't sarsaparilla. This is the original
Rosella.
Rosella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a quick thing, just what I thought about that. What is your favourite, like, patois? What's your favourite?
My favourite. What is
like
my favourite phrase?
Like something, or like maybe something that maybe your grandmother might have said, or even your dad might have said.
He was a very London Jamaican.
He was so London Jamaican.
Yeah.
There's that wave of Jamaican men from like the 70s and 80s are a dying trend now. You know?
I genuinely was thinking about that the other day. Like
the EastEnders.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of dying traditions with. And you know where I think that comes from? Like, again, like the internet.
Yeah, of course.
Because whatever you was and whatever you grew up doing and like how you behaved and spoke was how you spoke. But now you're influenced by so many others that it's gonna die out. Where are those like raw East London geezers?
Yeah, I was watching a really good clip the other day, and it was filmed, I'm pretty sure, in either Essex or East London or whatever, and it was like a group of young teenagers in the 70s and, you know, mixed demographic. They're all working class, so all like a poor background, but they all speak like, well, you know, like, and like they're talking about like there's like a young black boy there and a young white boy, and he's like, yeah, well, he's just like me, he's just a bit darker, isn't he? And he's like, yeah, well, I don't want the black boys, well, I don't want to go back to Jamaica, I don't fucking know there. Like it's just weird to hear them all kind of be on a level. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist, obviously we know it did, but like all on a level and speaking the same. But like you said, the internet is now different because now people are connecting more with their roots, and there's this like claim back, particularly African culture as well.
I mean, African culture is definitely like, but you've got a whole generation of people who was probably embarrassed to be, well, not saying now, this might sound crazy. That could have sounded crazy to people nowadays, but like people my age will understand what I mean. When we was in school, I think a lot of Africans wanted to be Jamaican, whereas now you're very proud to be African.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? So
Which is a good
that's
thing.
what I meant by that. So there'll be a lot of changes in those sort of people.
It's definitely a good thing that there are people that are claiming their heritage and their culture more, but it is weird to just think that, like, I don't know, it brings in more questions about being black and British and like what's wrong with being black and having like a British accent. Do you get what I'm saying? Like if you've been born here, then you're more likely to have that accent, right? But it's like we're in this like weird culture war all the time. Anyway, I've got segments today.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
I've got segments today, and I'm skipping ahead. I'm going straight into deep chat. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Can you just lift up a little bit? Have you already got? Oh my God, this is classic you.
This t-shirt's brand new.
You bought this t-shirt yesterday. And you got bloody butterfly pea and
stuff. Like it stains as well.
Yes,
we can't even get out little white stains out of my white t-shirts. Freaking hell, man.
Classic. Anyway, so from one classic thing to the next. That was an awful segue. Do you want to talk about your balls?
Yo, people, just want to interrupt this video to ask you to do one thing for me. Please make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, If you want to send us an email, send it to chatabox.contact at gmail.com. That's
chatabox.contact at gmail.com.
That's right. I'm not even going to interrupt you for that long. So here's your video straight back on.
Because this is the part of the show where we're just doing our general chit chat.
It is actually making me uncomfortable.
We're doing our general chit chat. We're entering into the conversation. We're easing you guys in with some what's going on in our lives. And I'll tell you what's going on in our lives.
Pants
is your balls.
All right. Long story or short story?
The short version.
Short version. The other night, randomly went to bed. Felt a bit of discomfort in my testicles. Kaira happened to wake up as I got into bed.
It's not true.
Yes, you did.
You came in, you were like, oh, so I'm so glad you're awake.
No, shut up.
I wasn't.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying, babe.
All right, you're sleeping then because that's not how it happened.
3 o'clock in the morning.
I literally got into bed and you done every time I get into bed, you make a huff, fuss.
Yeah.
And then because you huffed and fussed, I
I'm so glad you're awake.
I said, I don't want you to panic.
Yes, you did say that.
That's what I said. Don't want you to panic, but I think my balls have twisted. That is exactly what happened. So don't go on like I was like, oh, I'm so glad. I was actually annoyed after I told you as well because you didn't stop. But that's a good thing.
Good.
It's a good thing.
Otherwise, you might not be here anymore.
Right. And that's why I wanted to talk to you. That's why actually I want to say this on here, yeah? Guys, talking to you, young and old. Old to relate to, young to advise, yeah? Me personally, if something's wrong, I'll wait for it to fall off before I go to the hospital and tell them something's wrong. Generally, like something could be wrong for a long time and I'm still not going to go to the hospital. I admit it. Kaira, the complete opposite. If I tell Kaira I've got an itch I can't reach, she wants to book an appointment to get that itch scratched, you know what I mean? So I came to bed 3 o'clock in the morning. I said to Kaira, don't panic, I think my balls have twisted. Instantly, Kaira's gone on to chat GBT. That's her new Google. Had a full-blown
new best friend.
Had a full-blown conversation with the AI practitioner who told her, I've got 6 hours until my balls fall off.
No more babies for you.
No more babies. So she went into panic mode, whereas I was trying to go to sleep. She set 2 alarms. She set a 6 a.m. alarm so she could wake up and check my balls without my consent.
I told you
or my knowing. I didn't know. She told me at 9 o'clock in the morning while I checked them at 6. I was like, what?
I did.
And the second alarm at 9 to take me to the hospital.
Yeah.
We spent the entire day in a private Phuket hospital, which probably was one of the best hospitals
I've ever been in. And I've been to I had my operation in a private hospital, and that was nice.
In Kent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was like, at one point I had a little Freudian slip and I said, oh, what a lovely hospital.
It's literally. So we spent the whole day there, had an ultrasound, got fondled by 3 different doctors. Well, 1 doctor and 2 nurses, which is in itself its own topic. Like I could talk about that for a while.
And obviously I had to egg myself up and be in there. I could have just wait outside.
Imagine this, yeah. It's already difficult to let somebody just pull your pants down in a cold, lit up room like this. AC was on. Clinical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No shadows.
He's still got his hard shoes and waist jacket on, and I'm standing here butt naked. Well, I had a t-shirt on, so I'm Winnie the Pooh in.
Yeah.
I've got Kaira sat behind me, eye level with my butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Another random guy that's not even part of this in the room.
Yeah, just observing.
Yeah. And then a man literally casually holding my balls like this whilst he's talking to me.
Hello.
And because Kaira's behind me and she keeps piping up with questions, he's talking to Kaira fondling my balls. And I'm just standing there like, this is an all-time low.
Okay.
Thought that was an all-time low until the 2 women that was doing the ultrasound had a little giggle whilst both like,
what are you doing? Why are you doing this? That I wasn't in that room, so what were you doing?
Oh, you know when you go for ultrasound, like they put the gel on it and they like do this.
Doing this with your willy.
No, they put my wee up like that and it was under it like this. And giggled.
Yeah.
That's so unprofessional.
But it's not unprofessional, it's because willies, as I have said 10 million times, are fucking hilarious. If they're just looking straight at this little willy
and
that's
it moved itself. Yeah, that's why.
I mean.
They put it to the side
jokes.
And then it went.
Exactly. They're finding it hilarious because willies are hilarious.
Long story short, people, I ended up having nothing wrong. There was no twist, no hernia, no anything, just swelling.
At like one of the veins in the upper part of your left-hand side of your groin.
And the doctor said, this is just a pure case of blue balls. And looked directly at Kaira and said, there's only one way to sort this out.
That is not at all what he said.
There's only one thing that needs, and this is a pure case of bleed. He's like, how often are you having sex? I said, no, as often as I like to, doctor. And he said, look,
That is not at all what happened.
But the moral of the story is, I'm glad there was nothing wrong. Sometimes I wish they could say, oh, it's this, and then you got to go and get this done. But Kaira made me realize, do you know what? The best thing is they said nothing's wrong. So although I wasted my money, wasted my day, know my balls are fine.
Well, no, he also was telling you, and this is a little bit of a like fact for maybe other men and whatever, is that like it's important that you keep an eye on it because you've had a little bit of information at the top left side, right? So it means that you have to keep an eye on that. If it gets worse, it can go into like varicose veins, which you do then need a surgery for. And if we've decided that it was from when you was doing those hip lunges, so it's like almost like, and then I asked when you left the room, I said to him, I was like, I just want to double check, can this, it's not a hernia? And he was like, no. He was like, but if he was to go and do like some crazy hip thrusts, it could then go into a hernia. So it's important to know that you're going to look maybe for what you think is your balls or your testicles or whatever we call them. Testicles. But it also is like that whole area just is, you know, you need to know what's going on down there.
Be mindful. And my message to the youths and the men out there is like, go get checked. I need to go get my prostate checked. When I was in the hospital all day yesterday, all I saw on the wall was prostate. Well, I felt like this was like, I should have just done the 2-in-1 while I was there.
Also, it's like, isn't prostate cancer like
common?
So common for men, and also
hereditary.
Pretty much like, I think it's like
my dad had it.
That's what I'm saying.
He didn't die from it, but like a year or two before the cancer he did die from, he had a prostate.
That's
cancer
what I'm saying. Is
removed.
It usually goes with men.
Oh no.
But do you know what? I need to just say this, because I don't want to I don't want the men coming for me. But there is a statistic. I wish I had it in the.
I don't want no men coming
notes.
for you either.
I wish I had it in the notes, but I thought this is so scary. There's so much internalized homophobia with men.
Right.
But there's actually a statistic out there about the amount of men who are so scared to wipe their own arses because they're so scared that their finger is going to touch their bumhole through the bit of paper.
Those are
not a joke.
Dirty arses.
Not a joke. But that's what I'm saying.
Where did you hear this?
This is how far the patriarchy and
Where
internalized.
have you heard this statistic?
It's a statistic. I'll find it. But
men are so scared to be gay that
they can't touch their own arseholes.
Well, there's 2 parts to that. Number one, I think anyone that's wiping their bum these days is just dirty. All you lot back in the UK, you're actually dirty to me now. You all got shitty bums. All of the Muslim brothers, I'm not talking to you because I know you lot have been tapped in for a while.
African too.
Africans?
Yeah.
Africans do it too.
That's why they have the little bottle of little bowls at the side of the
is that
toilet.
True?
Yeah.
Always.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak
African
for every
Muslims.
single African.
You're talking about African Muslims.
I don't know, but I know that I used to have that as well. The little thing, the little bowl at the side.
Did you?
In my dad's mum's house, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
But not at home. It wasn't a regular thing.
But
for
I
you.
never used to use dry tissue at home. That was my thing.
Yeah, that's it. For my entire life, I've been a dry tissue wiper.
Ugh.
Like for me, for growing up, not anymore. To whoever's still doing it, of course. But growing up, like I think the goal was how soft could this tissue be? Like double quilted, triple quilted.
So much toilet talk.
That was the goal. That was like the Premier League of wiping your bum, soft tissue. Now after like 5 months of bideting, even hands-free bidets. Do you know what I mean?
Right, you at any opportunity you want to talk about bidets, I swear I hear you talk about bidets all the time.
Yeah,
you love a bidet.
It's like life-changing.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Do you know why? No, I'm not even going to do that to myself.
Anyway, we're moving into the new generation of chatbots. You know, if you've been here for a while, on my first episode where I was just a guest visitor, I actually tried to bring in segments way back, and you were like, no, we just talk.
We just chat.
We just talk. And I decided that we do chat, but we're going to chat in a formatted way. Okay. So this is not fully, you know.
Okay, I like
finished.
I liked last week's episode.
Next, we're going to bring back what we did last week, which is annoying chat. Annoying chat is an opportunity for both of us. To be able to get something off our chest that annoys us about the other person. It can be big, can be small.
How many things have you got on your chest?
Listen, I'm starting a book.
Go on.
It's like a book.
Go on.
So yeah, what it means is that we get to like cleanse the energy. So sometimes when I'm being a bit of a bitch, which I am, granted, maybe I will able to cleanse it if I just say something that annoys me about you to begin with.
Go for it.
And get it out of the way.
Get it off your chest.
So I'm going to say something one thing.
Have I got to tell you I love you and I forgive you? What was it?
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Go on.
I love you. However,
Right.
you like to play social media videos out loud in public. Do you have no decorum?
Do I do that?
Yes.
I can't argue that because I hate when people do that as well.
So annoying and it's so uncouth.
Uncouth. That's like the second time in 3 weeks I've heard you say this word.
Because you are.
Uncouth.
You just are.
Can you?
Because you'll be sitting there and we're in public and like people might be trying to work. People are trying to have conversations and I could just hear, shake it to the max. And why? Why is that playing? And then it's the next one and it's like, and you need to do this. Do you enter trading? And it's like you flick, you flick. And it's like,
I can't hear it when I'm there.
And then to make it even worse, just as a little insight into our life, the other day, last night in fact, I was washing up or I was tidying up in the kitchen, and usually I have my headphones on and listen to a podcast or whatever, but my headphones died. And then I'm hearing, and I'm hearing it, and I'm hearing this for a good, I'm going to say 2 minutes. A good 2 minutes.
I know what video you're talking about. Big up Bash the Entertainer.
And I'm thinking maybe that Reese is watching a tap dancer. No. Maybe he's really into it, And this is the level of stupidity that you watch all the time. I come out and for that whole time you've been watching a guy tapping his fat belly. That's what the noises are. But that's something you might watch for 5 seconds and go,
Bash, if your algorithm is going crazy, it's because you got people like me watching the videos back to back to back to back.
Again and again and again.
I found it funny. If I appreciate a video, I watch it a few times. And sometimes I think like you catch me watching a video where I've gone off on a tangent in my head. Where I've thought about how I could make this video, like I can remix it or react to it, you know what I mean? So sometimes I'm just watching like that and then I get lost in it. The Bash one was just funny. I'm just watching him slap his belly.
Yeah, exactly, but for far too long.
Long.
On full volume.
Full volume, yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm done. Whew.
I hear you.
Felt good.
And I love you.
Great.
Is that what we were saying last week? I hear you and I love you.
I mean, we can keep remixing it.
I hear you and I love you. It sounds natural to me. I hear you and I love you.
All right, next.
All right, well, wish I had some more to that. What annoys me about you is,
Vim.
Yeah. There's a lot of towel-related things that annoy me about you. Number one, you, without fail, seem to think the bed is the place to leave your wet towel.
Yeah.
That is like, considering you're quite anal about a lot of things, that is annoying because then the bed's wet or damp.
I have tried to curb that, but I admit I do that.
Yeah. Number two, also towel-related, you seem to think...
got weeks,
You seem to think that we share towels.
Not all the time.
Yeah. And
it's because you don't leave your towel in the same consistent place. You just do what you want.
Yes, maybe. But this week I've left it where we said I'm leaving it, and you still found yourself.
You changed it. You was on the hook. I was on the thing.
Well, do you know what? You can argue back, but at the end of the day, you're drying your face with the arse side of my towel.
Okay.
And that's it. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
And you love me.
I hear you. I hear you and I love you. I just don't love your arse towel. Are you enjoying this episode? If you are, then we actually have got a Patreon. You don't even need to pay. You just need to sign up.
Absolutely free.
Free for now. Limited offer.
In fact, it's only free for now. If you don't sign up free right now, if you try tomorrow's price is not today's price.
Yeah, no room at the inn. Do you know what I mean? I've been watching these sales marketing. This is not a sales marketing thing, but apparently you're meant to give a limited offer. And we're giving you a limited offer. And this is your, what is it?
Limited time.
This is your limited time. It has now begun. TikTok, We have our Patreon. Go and sign up. It's free. You can get some extra content if you like what we do. We're going to be doing some silly things on there, more deep discussions, more chatting. See you there. Okay, and to reverse it, to balance the energy in the room with some...
things you love about me?
No, I thought we should do some gratitude chat. So as in like, this is something that, I went away on my retreat. I'm a zen babe. So
I have noticed since you've been on this retreat, yoga is a thing for you now.
Yeah, and breathing. Meditating. I was meditating before, but now I'm trying to really
tap in.
Prioritize it.
Yeah.
A bit more.
Cool.
And then when you annoy me, I'm there like, he's such a god.
Is that how you lot practice?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to show me some of this meditation after.
We did a bit of box breathing the other day. 4, 4, 4, 4.
Which I find difficult. I find that stressful. I find, for them, tell them what box breathing is.
Box breathing, there is like I guess a more traditional name for it, but box breathing is like the commercial name for it, where you breathe in for 4, then you hold for 4, breathe out for 4, hold for 4, and then breathe in again for 4. And the point of it is that when I say box, I like to imagine it going, as I breathe in, it goes up the side of the box, then you hold, it goes along the top, and then you breathe out along the side of the box, and then hold along the bottom. And it's meant to regulate your nervous system. So it's something that you're meant to do to like settle you and ground you. Anyway.
It's helped you become grateful for...
No, we were just saying about that. So actually, you know what? I'm going to change my gratitude chat. Gratitude. Anyway, I'm going to change that. And I'm going to say I am grateful for the things that I'm learning about system regulation and breathing, and the fact that in the world, in the current life that we have now, I have time for those things, because when I was a teacher, if there's any teachers watching, don't know if there is, I felt like I just constantly didn't have time for myself. And yeah, it was like going to therapy or going to jiu-jitsu was like the only things that I did for myself. And also it was quite taxing, so it was hard. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the fact that I have the time, the space, and the capacity to keep learning.
Has that come from being here in Thailand, or is that just somewhere you're in life?
I think it is a general, like, I think they say, like, if you don't make time for your health, like, your body will force you to, right? And I think it's like a part of that. I've just kept on, like, I have to make time, and if I don't, it becomes an issue.
That's nice. Have I got to give something I'm grateful for?
Yes, please.
I'm grateful. All right. So I think lately we've been pretty stressed about decisions that we haven't made yet, decisions that we have to make, right? About the future of our life.
Yes.
And I think I want to look at it from a new perspective of gratefulness, because gratitude, because ultimately the decisions that we're making and the choices that we have ultimately are great options. And the fact that we have options is what I'm grateful for.
Yes.
Because there's some people, or you might find yourself in a position where you feel like you actually don't even have an option, not even one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm trying to shift my mindset into being grateful that we're stressed out about trying to choose between two good options.
Yeah. It's better to have options than have none at all.
Right. So that's what I think I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
So nothing's like, changed. It's just my mindset on what's there.
It's actually, shout out Reese Bailey. I know he doesn't see this, but he says all the time, like, it's a good problem to have.
Right.
Like, when something feels like it's like, oh, there's too much.
Yeah.
There's too many people coming to class on the mat's too full, or we've got too many options to choose from, or whatever. Have something that is like almost an abundance thing. It's a good thing. It's like, that's actually, but even though it creates you a problem, it's a good problem to have.
Right.
So yeah,
that's what I'm grateful for.
Fantastic. Okay, cool. So next, I want to go into chatter's chat. Now, this is a bit controversial because that is me naming
and shaming.
No, it's me naming our people, the people that subscribe to this channel, the real ones, the commenters, the likers, the people that are, you know, you're a bit shy and you are at home.
Man, like Bradsky.
Bradsky is an original. I'm going to say, who else is in there? That's a good one. Hedwig Crumb. He's a good one. I think it's Crumb. I just know it's got Crumb in there.
Do you know what? I see names and recognize them when I see them, but I can't think of the names.
And I know there's another one. Desire or Desiree. I think it's yeah. And I think there's someone that's called It's About Time or something like that.
Olivia London.
Oh, you guys are obviously the top sphere.
Come on, do you know who we got? You know who we got a shout out? Someone we would always Chris. Definitely
Chris comments and supports and gives ideas, and also is a fellow bookworm like me, so he's the one person that cares about my book recommending.
One person we got to big up is Max, because I clock Max is always, but because it's Max, we don't even acknowledge he's watching. Like he's just like he's watching because he has to.
I leave Easter eggs in for Max.
Every time I see that Max watches, that's when I know we haven't fell off. The minute Max stops watching our podcast and I find out he stopped watching it, that's when I'm going to be questioning. We've messed up somewhere. Fair enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Adisa, I know Adisa messaged me saying this is the only podcast that he's loyal to.
Really?
Appreciate that.
Big up you lot, man.
But anyway, though, you guys are like the top tier. You're in the sphere, you're in the VIP room, you're in first business class, right? But I'm also talking about the others, like the other people that are just those silent listeners that keep going. I would like to call our people the chatters.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's...
The chatters.
I don't know if that is working. So I would need you guys to let us know. Is that a name that works for you?
How do you feel being referred to as the chatters?
The chatters. Like, I'm saying, like, you know, Beyonce has her...
the bumblebees.
Or whatever they're called. And
Lady
Gaga has the monsters or whatever they're called. And like they all have their things.
Justin Bieber had the believers.
The believers. Yep.
What are podcast ones though?
And then so the Red Handed, the podcast that I listen to, their listeners are called the Spooky Bitches.
Do you know who's got a good name for their people?
Mm-hmm.
Luke and Pete. They call the
Sheetsters.
The Sheetsters. But that's because the name's
Luke and Pete talking
That's where you've gone with chatters.
Yes, I'm in there.
The chatters.
And the Receipts podcast, they have the cashiers.
What about the boxers?
The boxers. The chatters and the boxers.
The girls are the chatters and the guys are the boxers. Go on. So,
well, I'm just saying, it's a work. All of these segments here and these names.
Any suggestions are welcome.
Yes. So, but the reason I'm saying that is because I would like this section, very short section, to be called the Chatters Chat. This is the bits where you guys, it's what you guys are chatting about. So it could be your DMs that you sent us. It could be emails. It could be your dilemmas. It might even be the secrets. We might even bring this back as the secret. Don't tell anyone. But
I really like don't tell anyone.
We still got that as a segment. We're just. I'm waiting to get some good secrets in there.
Cool.
But for this week, Chatters Chat, I thought that it would be nice to just read maybe one or two short comments from the last video, in the hope that you are watching and you're thinking, I never comment, but I want to. And then maybe if you do comment, you might get read out on the show. So that's what I'm thinking. And also, sometimes we might read out your comment and cuss you back. I like doing that.
I would definitely cuss someone back.
Also, we might read it out just because it's really nice.
I'm only looking. So look, right. Donnie
Alexander.
Yeah.
He comments quite a lot.
Donnie Alexander. Huh?
Yeah.
Big up Donnie Alexander. It's a long comment. Am I reading
Give me some short bits that you like.
This is why I turn into LV General. Next, you know what's funny? Yeah, I've done like shows like this with people like LV Mother and that who are considered like
what you mean is I'm the capital.
ESOL. They like ESOL students, like learning English. But which in turn makes me look like I've got my head screwed on. But then when I'm with you, it's like the coin is flipped. To feedback, both your voices are actually come across. To feedback, both of your voices are actually. This is all right. No. I'm gonna pass it on to you because there's probably gonna be more. But just to say, it's written wrong.
Yeah, but you work with it.
Yeah, but I'm reading what I'm.
Don't be cussing out Donnie.
Donnie, you messed up there. If I'm gonna be reading comments, you don't need to get your grammar right because I read as I read.
Shut up.
Go on.
Okay, I'm just gonna give some of the top lines here. Neither of you should have any concerns and both complement each other vocally. It's natural to dislike one's own voice, but there is nothing to dislike. Focus on building your brand. Focus on what you know. Share your joy and walk us through your challenges as a couple and individuals. And that comment, not just that, it's from several conversations between us, other comments, conversation with friends, but that bit in particular, genuinely, Donnie Alexander 3243 was inspiration for part of how we want to restructure and segment the show.
Is that what spurred on all of this stuff for you?
Yeah, part of that. It just gave me a thing.
He could potentially be producer worthy?
Oh, I'm not saying
Put
that.
in your CV, Donny.
But he also said this, and I like this because I just love a little bit of fun facts. He said, FYI, silver fillings are actually mercury and not very good for your health. It is used because it is cheap, but as in a good option for filling in cavities. However, would always advise against getting them. Get away from the ghetto dentist.
Yeah.
I will. I'm in Thailand now.
Yeah, my mouth's
Dentist
full of
around here
them.
is quite good.
My mouth's full of them before I had an option.
Yeah.
I was raised on sweets.
Sofan, how can we not speak about Sofan?
Sofan, big up Sofan.
Thank you, as always.
Man, like from Manchester.
And yeah, there was another comment from the same guy. Beautiful foundation for a long-lasting relationship built on bonds and friendship. So we want to be able to show you guys about our journey in our relationship, and we liked doing those deep questions last week. We still want to talk about all of the other waffle and stuff that we talk about, but yeah, I think it's important that we are showing who we are in our relationship, our journey, being honest about who we are, and we're going to continue to do that because I think that is some good feedback from the chatters.
100%.
Just trying to make it a thing now.
No, yeah, it's good because it's comments like that and like reading them out and then working towards them helps because I always want to stick to authenticity. I personally would show you a lot more of our relationship if like it was something we both wanted to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, but like...
I would 8 my loss.
Sorry?
I would
8 my loss?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to say that I do think we are quite open.
No. Yeah, I wasn't saying we're not. I'm saying we are. I'm saying I personally would even take you a lot further.
You tell everyone about your balls. Last week you was trying to talk about my pubic hair.
Well,
sometimes it's like, sometimes things get left for us, but I think we should definitely be open.
Well, yeah, because like on the way home today, I was thinking, you've asked me to help you do your wax, and I'm thinking that's great content, but you don't want to put that on there.
I would never.
But we don't have to show it, but I would. That's my point. This was the point I'm saying.
Because you have no shame.
All right, so back to my point is I would put more out there, but obviously that I've got to stay within the realms of what's acceptable for Kaira. But we are authentic, and that's all I want to do. I never want to paint the picture that we're perfect. I love showing people, because that's the thing. I really hate people at home thinking that we're something that we're not. I love for them to know that we're exactly like them. So always authentic.
Yes. And it's kind of easier to do in a podcast format, I think, than some of the couple content that you see online, which is just like all the time challenges or like, like I see people doing
Pranks.
a lot of like pranks. I think it starts off really authentic, but then when they start to blow, it's like it's hard to do that.
I think the ones that start off authentic probably end pretty soon, because I know so many of these people, couples and people that aren't even really couples, and it is all the stage. And I would do that with you, and we could with my editing and that and thoughts, we could do that. It cringes me out to be inauthentic.
Yeah.
If I prank you, I want to really prank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, Kaira, I'm about to do this and I need you to react like this. So me,
Yeah, I don't want to get into pranking.
I might start pranking you though.
No.
If you lot want it for Patreon, I will prank Kaira, and you'll only see it on Patreon. And because you'll only see it on Patreon, I'll be willing to do things I wouldn't normally put out on camera, you know what I mean? Because they're behind a paywall. They're our family. With that being said, actually, can I launch our Patreon before we get into this segment?
Yeah.
Those of you watching at home, those of you who've been with us from the start, those of you who've been here even before Kaira got here and are still here, we consider you at home to be part of our family. What we would like to do is start a Patreon. So the Patreon's actually up now. There's no payment plan on there at the moment. Right now, I'm more interested in building the community. So you can sign up to our Patreon for free right now and be over there, because we're going to be dropping content on there this week. What that content looks like will be a surprise and will be revealed in the next episode. But it's important for you guys to get in there now. It's free. So if you join it, go over to our Patreon right now. All of the information is on screen. If you miss it, it'll be in the description. Join our Patreon, be part of the community. We're going to pick it up next week and see how many of you are over there. And we'll continue from there. But I want to start the journey from now. And
quite a few people interacted when I put up the story about who you want to see us interview or have as guests when we come back to London, because we were saying that we're coming back to London. And there's been quite a few of them. So just in case you're someone out there that missed, you're not on Instagram like that, or, it's only up for 24 hours and you missed that story, let us know in the comments. Like, is there anyone that you really want to see on the podcast? Some contenders that we had in there were Return of Leto.
I think that's number one.
I'd love to do
for
that.
me. I put Leto as our guest above
anyone,
celebrity.
Then we had like some people that obviously have come with you through the Mandem days,
Muller,
things like
LV.
that. Muller and LV.
Yeah.
We had some people requesting my mum.
Good
because
one.
my mum gets mentioned quite a few times on this podcast. I think you guys only want to see that because you heard that I released to the world that she was once a video vixen for one video. I think that's the only reason they want to see her. They also asked for Tay as well.
Tay.
And they said that they need to hear from the guy that got fly kicked, Tyler. They said they need his side of the story.
I'd be down to do that. We're coming back to the UK in about a month or two.
A month, yeah.
In a month. We're coming back for a few weeks. It'll be really good to do that sort of circuit. Get all of the people of my friends, but yeah, if there are any other people out there that
like if
you'd want to get us on the show, maybe another couple.
Yeah, so I was going to say.
Do you know who I'm going to reach out to?
Yeah.
The Forbes.
Okay,
I think that would be really cool to get on the pod. They do. I don't know if they still do, but they was definitely started a podcast together. It'd be really interesting to do an episode with another couple, but not just any couple. And
on the same token, we've also said that we'd quite like, now this is controversial, we'd quite like to do like a live couple therapy session.
Yes.
So if there's any of you guys out there who are a therapist, particularly...
a professional therapist, it doesn't mind being on camera.
Yeah. I need to see your records. They'd just be coming in a suit, do you know what I mean? Yeah, we'd like to do that. And again, it's like another way of us like opening up a side of us.
Yeah.
But I just think it'd be quite interesting to watch.
100%.
So yeah, if there's any of you guys that are a therapist or know a therapist or think that you can do that, or like...
think that you can do that.
Not think that you can do that. Not anyone that thinks they
like,
can do
if you're a therapist or no a therapist, or just think you can...
I meant as in like think you can provide that for us is what I meant.
Cool.
Not just like... I think I can do that. Don't Google a therapist and be like, sounds easy.
Ruin our relationship.
Just got to listen. And how do you feel about that? But yeah, so let us know in the comments if there's anything else. Right.
Back to the segment.
Back to the structure. Hold on. News chat. So there was someone recently that did message us, and I did respond to them. CJ Natter. What's the Natter on Instagram? He said that they don't want this to be too PC, this podcast. They don't want it to be, don't want us to lose our viewers. They were speaking directly to you, actually.
To me.
They were like, love Kaira, but we don't, don't want it to be that way. And they just said, keep it simple, lighthearted and funny, and we need that in this world. Right? And I agree. I agree.
Spoke about my balls for 10 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. Talk about that is lighthearted and funny.
I think what he's saying is don't lose that.
Right. But I also think there are people that do...
Let Kaira structure the show, but let her make space for your balls.
Right. Cool. Not much space needed.
Well, right now, a bit more space than usual.
So, yeah, I think that... I agree with that, and I definitely think that's feedback to take on. There are other people that have said as well about that they do like it when we debate certain topics and whatever.
Well, next week is going to go off of a bang because I'm going to be looking out for things that you annoy me with.
Okay, that's not what we're talking about. Stick to the segments. We literally had a whole production meeting about the segments.
We did.
Okay, and then this section, with that comment in mind, but also with the comment in mind that everything is a balance. Okay, this is the news chat.
Right.
Just chatting about what is going on, and I get to bring something, and you get to bring something. Most likely, I will bring something a bit more serious. Most likely, you will bring like, have you seen this dog picture?
Video of Bash slapping his belly.
Exactly. But that's what we're here for. We're here for balance. And it means that we both get to be able to add.
Are we going to be using the screen?
I would think that in the future, using the screen would be a great idea, yes.
That's sick.
Because I actually have some things. I'd actually love it for this one, but we haven't got it prepped. But yeah, using the screen would be great. Producer, where are you?
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be fun dabidoze. So this is the news chat.
So
what's going on? What's on your news feed? Did you scroll it? Did you see it?
I've actually got news. Do you want to give your news first?
No, you go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Is that have I interrupted the flow?
No, I'm fine.
I have news.
Yeah.
For you actually, and for all of you people out there that considered me old because I didn't know some top 40 chart that had nobodies in it.
It's not nobody's.
Nobody's that I knows. Nobody's I knows or heard of. Yeah, some fucking cowboy music.
Can't say Sabrina Carpenter isn't nobody.
Who? Anyway, last week, only a week ago, apparently Drake wasn't relevant or Central C.
Yeah.
Now they're both in the top 40s chart.
Yeah.
20s, I think they're in. 20s and 27s ish.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see how things change?
Yeah, but I know, but that is the key definition of a chart.
Yes. Well, that's the news.
That?
Drake headlined at Wireless, was flying through the crowd, done an amazing job, and he's back in the charts. Relevancy intact.
I liked what I saw ZZ Mills said about him.
What did she say?
She was just like, he's not a culture vulture. He's a culture leverager. So like he knows what's popping and he leverages that to his advantage. And I think that's just called being a fucking savvy businessman, in my opinion.
He's definitely a culture vulture.
He's not a culture vulture, he's a leverager. I like
Doesn't
that.
matter.
I'm taking ZZ's.
Like, be a leverager, be a culture vulture. He's doing whatever he's leveraging whatever's, so he vultures on it. It's just a nicer way of saying it. But it's not bad. Like sometimes like, you can go around trying to say I'm not a culture vulture, but you're successful for it. So just carry on.
But that's what I'm saying. But I've always defended Drake on that. But you can't.
Even when I love Drake, he's still a culture vulture. I just like him for it.
He's a culture vulture. I think that's a bit unfair.
He's a beg as well, yeah. I do love your music, Drake, but he's a beg for this, yeah.
Drake is watching.
Drake, if you're watching, yeah, stop being a beg, because that's when you lose points. I saw a video of him from the Wireless thing saying about because you know the UK and US are having this like rap beef thing. Because he's in the UK.
If Skepta, if you're watching.
Yeah, and Skepta and that are there. he's doing up our UK as the best raps. No one can chat for UK, but no, that's not true. It might be true to us, but it's not true to you. So don't beg, because I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you in America in 2 weeks saying the opposite thing, and that's where you're.
The thing is, he can't say America has the best rappers because they're gonna be like, yeah, and who's one of them? Kendrick Lamar. Like, he can't. He's actually better. Like, let's put it this way, yeah. Drake comes to the UK, even though this is what Americans don't understand, yeah. UK people are haters. Like, they are haters because best believe every single one in that crowd, especially the man them, I'm sorry to say it, yeah. They're like, yeah, man, I don't even like Drake. I don't even want to be here. Like, Drake's wet. They're all going to be going, I need a one dance. Yeah, they all pretend that they don't like Drake and they're haters, but they will all still be dancing and they all know all of the words. And as soon as he starts singing, what's that one that the men love? Fuck that thing that you know so
Why are you
bad.
singing songs off of like 3-4 albums?
Because I'm telling you, this is the point that I'm trying to make, is that people want to be like, oh, I only listen to drill or whatever, but as soon as that song comes on, all of the man them that have been heartbroken all know the words to that song.
Cups of the rose.
Exactly. Cups of rose.
No one sings that anymore though.
But what I'm trying to say though,
that's my memories of Drake.
Well, you're part of this.
I would say it. I love Drake.
I meant your generation is part of this.
In the same sentence, forever.
Yes, but my point is that they all hate on him, but he is still up there saying like, oh yeah, UK is the best rappers, blah blah blah, not knowing that they're casting him off. But he physically cannot stand up there and say, because he knows that when he comes to England, that crowd is going to be here. All
my sister was telling me was he needs to allow the Yardi thing.
Is it?
He's just doing it too much.
Oh, what?
His accent.
Oh no.
His little Canadian, Jamaican. Yeah. Rasta. I don't know what blend of.
Rastafari.
I don't know where he gets it from. He needs to allow that. Yeah. Come on, then. What's your news? What's That
was a good one, though. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Unscripted. What's your news?
My news.
Politics.
My news.
Sarah Ferrara is.
I'm impressed you remembered Zara.
I said Sarah. Zara.
Yeah.
What's her last name?
Anyway, it's not what I'm talking about. Let me do my news.
I thought I made that up.
Why is it whenever I big you up, but it comes to me talking about things, and you're just like, what is it? I'm gonna be
Excuse me. I hate you, but I love you. Was at the beginning of the show.
Yeah. All right, I'll save that till next week. You're fucking rude. Even someone else put in the comments.
I just said, I hate you, but I love you was at the beginning of the show. Right now, it's nothing but love, please.
Why are you talking like the person I'm about to talk about?
Oh, go on.
Talking like fucking Trump. Anyway, so
Yes.
He is my news for this week. It is just hilarious to me because it's been going on and about everything has been going on about all the falling out, all of that stuff.
Can I just say one thing in request of your newsfeed?
Mm-hmm.
Can you censor any words like war?
I can't censor and stop saying because it's not. Why?
Because I believe algorithms
talking about
keywords.
Isn't going to mean that we're lower down.
Yeah, I feel like it shadows us. But go on.
I can't talk about anything then.
Oh, go on. I want to hear it.
Okay. So, or is now saying that the list never existed.
Because he's on it.
Right. Even though you had Attorney General who is basically like his right-hand woman.
Yeah.
And before she was statement, quote unquote verbatim, I have the list sitting on my desk as we speak. She came out and said that. And now she's saying, they're all saying the list never existed.
Oh, okay.
At some point you were lying. The list either existed and you had it on your desk and now you're lying to me by telling me it doesn't exist and you've done something with it, or you never had it and you were using it as leverage and saying you had it on your desk and you were lying to me at that point. So what is it? What is it? What is it? Because it's one of yours, yeah, and you're all lying. And what I find even more interesting about it is everyone saying like, oh, maybe it's because it's on the list. Maybe, which is a fucking joke. He's obviously on the list. If you go back, there's all of this footage, which I'll show you, of literally saying about his daughters, his own daughter, talking about, she's 1 year old, talking about, oh, I don't know, she's going to develop the big breasts like her mum, and she is a pretty, like, he talks about young girls in a, like, disgusting way. He's constantly saying, he's got a quote where he says, oh, yeah, I like how he likes women and they're all young women and stuff. Like, he's literally been telling us, but now he sees that it's probably not too good. All of a sudden the list has gone. Then he's come out and said his next claim, after now saying it never existed, he's like, oh no, it does exist, but Obama created the list after he died. So that's his way of, you remember, we're in the misinformation generation. Yeah. So we're in the misinformation generation. So what he wants to do is feed you that bit of information so that down the line, when the list probably does come out or something happens or he is accused, oh no, it was created by the people that are against me. Because that is his like 101 playbook, which is by saying, if I put in enough bullshit, something, like if I throw enough at the wall, something is going to stick. And if I muddy the waters, then, and I say, oh no, it was someone that did that, that means that even when people come back and say about him, you are on the list, he's going to go, oh no, that was my competition. So either it doesn't exist and he's not on it, or it does exist but it wasn't actually accurate anyway. Last point, his office also released footage of last moments in the cell, because you know he unalived himself. They released footage of his death in the prison cell. However, metadata has now shown that has been edited and there is an entire minute missing from the footage.
What do you see in the footage? Oh, you ain't seen it?
Well, that's what they're trying to say. Like,
thing is, yeah, fake news is so much. It's just as there as real news. I think there's more fake news than real news, because really and truly, what pops on Explore
there
pages
is a lot. I agree with you in terms of like we need to analyze the sources, look at what we're seeing, and all of those things. But like what I'm talking about is clear equivocation. Like you can't. Yes, okay, we need to know if we're watching this video, we're looking at this source, what's their angle, blah 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 blah. But like, even if we do all of that and we deduce that like these are some of the facts. The facts of the matter is that they're saying this, all of these bars on there, blah, 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 all of this. And then now the list doesn't exist. Like that is bullshit.
Well, it does exist. It's just the man who's got the power to say if you see it or not.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. So that's not AI. That is literally a blatant example. And the thing is, what I think is even scary about it, not is the fact that a politician is openly lying to us. They've been doing that.
Oh my God!
For so long.
Right.
That's not shocking.
Yeah.
What's shocking about it is the willingness to accept that so quickly in the general public. Like, people are just like, oh yeah, okay, it doesn't exist.
Do you think
it does.
Do you think we've got to a point now where, like, before people were like we've got to come up with a really good lie? Like, maybe we got to burn down the whole. We got to burn the whole building down and say that the list got burnt with it. Nowadays, they're just like, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Knowing that 80% of the country are going to be like, yes, it does, but knowing that by the next day you're going to be thinking about something else.
Yeah.
Take note.
So that is the news with Chatterbox.
I feel like you needed like serious undertone music.
I would love. I've been saying this from the beginning. I would love a soundboard.
You can get a soundboard.
I would just love a soundboard where I could just be like, and then it's just like, and now listeners, we're in for the deep chat.
Wow, that was deep. Wow, your voice is freaking deep.
Deep. That was quite good, wasn't it?
That was very good.
I had to like. So we have finished. We've gone through gratitude chat. We've gone through the annoying chat. We've gone through chat. We've gone through news chat. Now we want to get deep. Last week we had our Better Together cards.
Yeah, I like that section of the show.
And we're definitely, that's why I want to bring that back. But what I did is I randomly selected a few cards from it in our production chat, wrote them down. So we don't actually have the physical cards, but I have them here.
All right. So should I just pick a random one?
So wait, do you need me to do the deep?
No, we've got enough of that.
I feel like what is her name? Dory, when she's like, I speak whale. Where are we going?
Here's one for you then. What's a mistake you made in a past relationship?
It's not any of the ones I've got written down.
Oh, go on. Say your one.
Go for it.
What's a mistake you made in the past relationship that's helped you show up better in this one?
You answer first.
I've asked you. What is a mistake you've made in the past relationship that's helped you show up better in this one?
I mean, the obvious answer is that I wouldn't stay in a relationship that I didn't want to be in longer than I needed to.
Oh, that's something you've done before.
Yeah, and and saying that, not that I wanted to necessarily, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I guess like in a relationship previously, I cheated on my partner. Yeah, but it was because I was extremely unhappy. You know this.
I did not know that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. We've had extensive. No.
Oh.
We've had extensive conversations about this before.
I forgot.
So this is what I mean. It's not the best topic, but we are doing deep chat. It has to get deep.
This.
So I cheated on my partner before, and I think that, I mean, it's been so long ago. That's what I mean. I was like 19.
Okay.
And like, he was a lot older than me, and
the guy that you cheated with.
Both, actually, my partner and the guy I cheated with.
Right.
And I had basically not wanted to be in that relationship for a long time, and I really had still do have a lot of respect for my ex, but it was like I felt like I was being kept in something, and I wasn't really allowed to have like male friends and things like this, and I felt like the being kept and like coddled made me like rebel in a way that is wrong. Like I fully have to say, and the reason I say this is that I probably will get dragged for saying that I cheated on my ex, but the truth of the matter is that I was unhappy, but I wasn't honest about it. I didn't want to hurt his feelings, And I went about it the wrong way because I ended up hurting him so much more from having done that. But I was young and I didn't understand so much the consequences of my actions. And I kind of felt like I was doing it because I was doing something I wanted to do by going off and doing what I wanted to do. And in my head, just keep him happy because he wants to be with me and I don't want to break this situation up. And he's a nice person and all of these things. Do you get what I mean? But the truth of the matter is that I should have just broken up with him and gone and done what I was going to do rather than cheated on him and tried to keep everyone happy.
So how has that made you better in this relationship? Because you weren't cheating on me?
I saw how much it hurt him, basically.
And you would never
and I would never ever want to hurt you. I would never want to hurt anyone else in the way that I hurt him in that relationship. I think it actually, because there was infidelity on both sides. It wasn't just me, but I actually think it was a much worse feeling being the one that cheated than when I got cheated on, or there was like.
Do you reckon? Have you been cheated on?
In that relationship, there was definitely some, what's the word? Infidelity, or like things that weren't loyal. Yeah. And at the beginning of our relationship, there was a few discrepancies.
When I met you.
On your part. No, on your part.
Right, well, if we're going to...
I'm saying when you met me, because you always bring this up and it's not true. And I hate that it's not true.
It's true.
It's not. I hate this. This is where we're going to fall out because you make up a lie of something you weren't even in. So how can you tell me if it's true or not?
What am I saying is true?
I know what you're going to say.
What?
But it's not what we're talking about.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh. Okay. What have I done? You said I've done something.
What I'm saying is that in the beginning of a relationship, you were not loyal to me.
Beginning of a relationship wasn't a relationship.
Okay, well, it wasn't a relationship to you, but it was to me. And at the beginning of our relationship, my opinion is like, and again, I've learnt this, and if I was to ever be single again, girls out there, just because they take you home to meet their family, it means fuck all. They're still out fucking other people. So anyway, what I was trying to finish what I was saying is that I don't think it's definitely worse to be cheated on. You feel shit. Like, I'm not saying that it's, but what I'm saying is the horrible feeling. The horrible feeling you have when you cheat on someone else who you love and you care about. I was going to say
that. Do you know how you know if you love someone? Is if you feel guilty after you cheat.
No, I don't think that should be the only way you judge.
No, but like... That's how you know if you love them.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
If you don't feel guilty, you don't love them.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you, though, is that I don't think I felt that guilty about the cheating. But as soon as I saw how hurt he was and how I'd affected, his confidence and his trust and all of these things, that feeling is horrible.
You just created a fuckboy.
No, I don't think so. But yeah.
Do you reckon it'd be interesting to get him on the show as a guest?
Are we going to get your ex as well then?
To see how his life panned out.
We're going to get yours.
Like, is he a player now?
No, he's not.
Has he reserved his heart for only his mother? I
think he went back to church.
That's what I mean. Is he a priest and sworn off all women? Do you know what I mean? Like, it would be interesting to see that.
No, he's happy. He's in a relationship. He's doing good. Like, we've definitely passed that. But I know that there was a long time that it was, probably wasn't the best. And because we stayed together afterwards. And, I do feel like I was punished for a long time after that. So
you felt like you was in a relationship with someone that you secretly didn't like him anymore. Or you wasn't happy.
Liked him,
you wasn't happy. You didn't want to be in a relationship to the point where you stepped out. Then you told him and that's hurt him. How did you continue the relationship? Because I feel like you've done the hard part now. Did you just go back to pretending that you're now back in love with him? Or was it always like...
Well, I felt like I constantly spent like a year trying to make it up to him.
Right.
And it's tiring.
But why would you want to?
Because I felt bad. That's what I'm trying to describe. That guilt feeling. And the feeling of like, just because I don't want to be with you doesn't mean that I don't love you and like you and respect you and care about you and like you as a person. Like, I don't want to hurt you. And that feeling of having hurt him to this day makes me feel ashamed, makes me feel very, makes me feel awful. And I would never, ever want to hurt you. but I also would never want to feel that way again, because it's just, I'm someone that, like, if I do something wrong, it lives in me for probably the rest of my life. Like, there's things that I did wrong at secondary school, that I was a dick to someone, or like I just didn't do something right, and I'd like literally lie awake thinking about it. So it's like I would never want to do that again. And it just shows me that, like, if I ever, like, I've never been, this is like the first relationship I've been in where I'm like, I don't look out, I mean, Skepta, different story, but I don't look outside of our relationship and think like,
what did you say about Skepta?
Everyone loves Skepta.
Well, you fancy Skepta? Of all people, you can. Do you not? That's so local. Like, we could bump into Skepta. Not right now in Thailand. You can't be out here fancying Skepta. Some not? UK rapper that's like round the corner.
Skepta.
Yeah, I know, but it's too local.
The only man that is able to have a monobrow and it's okay.
That's like me saying to you, my biggest crush is the girl on the second floor of our hotel.
No, it's not. And
expecting you to be like, fair enough.
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean?
It's not at all the same. Anyway, my point being is that, like, I don't out of this relationship. I don't have any other desire for any other person.
Yeah, because you're fulfilled.
Exactly.
That's the difference between me and your ex.
Toxic. Okay, what's your thing?
Ask me.
I was trying to make it
ask
a nice
me a different
thing.
Question.
No, because I want you to.
What's the question? I can't remember it.
What mistake did you make in a previous relationship that you would not make again, or something like that?
A mistake I made in a previous relationship that's made me better in this one, or maybe not do it again here.
Yeah, either. Talk around it. Have you learned anything?
I've learned loads of lessons.
Because I'm sorry,
I've made mistakes, but how have they bettered this? Well, okay, so in my previous relationship, I allowed my ex to dictate a lot of my life, and I think I came into this in any relationship I had after that with the mentality of no one would do that again, and I think that's made our relationship better for me, because I don't like hate you, other than yesterday. For an hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, my ex, like, I fell out of a lot of friends. All my female friends I fell out with. All my male friends I didn't see anymore. Only reason I don't see many people now is we're in Thailand. But other than that, I involved you in my friendships. Whereas my ex wasn't involved in my friendships. It was I was with my girl or I'm out with my friends. And I guess her insecurities and controlling nature made that become a thing. Whereas when I met you...
But is that because she didn't want to be around your friends, or because you chose to keep it separate?
Probably, I don't know. But what I'm saying is I didn't involve her.
Maybe she would have wanted to be around your friends.
She was around some of them, but not all. For example, she wasn't around Nadia and Tawny because there was just instant jealousy. So that was instantly shut off. Yeah. She wasn't around guys because same thing you would think. Do you know what I mean? But you just wasn't like that.
Something I would think.
Or she would be like to me, she wouldn't want me to hang out with this guy because she thinks this guy would lead me to do this.
Yeah, but the thing is that I know that.
Yeah, but
there's friends of yours. I've said this before.
These guys that I'm speaking of, you've been around.
Yeah.
And I can bring you around them.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring her around them.
Why?
Because there was no relationship. It was all just toxic energy talking about them.
Right.
Nadia and Tony didn't do anything to my ex. She just thought they're pretty girls. I don't want anything to do with them. Therefore, why are you hanging out with them? That wasn't our...
Okay, that's the girls thing. That's toxic. But the guys thing...
The guys, maybe it was just me not bringing her around. And me just... But with you, you know all of my friends. Which I find that way more healthy. I like the fact that if my friends were to come over, you could be in the room. And I could leave the room and it's not just going to be awkwardness between you lot. Like, you lot are friends now.
Yeah. I will chat.
You will chat. And I think that wasn't an accident.
I will chat.
You will chat. That wasn't an accident. I think that was a different... I don't know. I feel like my previous relationship, it was very much me and you. These are the rules. I remember I told you I'm spiteful as well. So if I'm not allowed to go out, neither are you. So we're just both tit for tat.
When I first met you, first met you, I remember you saying, like, I remember us having a conversation, like, early on, maybe like first or second phone conversation we had, and I was like, what's your non-negotiables? Like, what are your things that, and you were like, you have to be able to get on with my friends. And I was like, yeah.
Did I say that?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, oh well, I met some of your friends, so I met you, and you were like, because you was out with like Terrell and that lot. And I was like, yeah. And I was just like, yeah, I'm like, I talk to anyone, I can get along with anyone. And then you were like, no, you have to be able to get along with these two. And then you sent me a picture of you and Tawny and Nadia.
Like, called them my angels.
Yeah. And you're like, you have to be able to get along with these two. And I was just like, okay, cool. Like, but I respect that, because I think it's good for a guy to have girlfriends. I do think that's a good thing, because they should be able to give you a little bit more insight. It also shows that you're not like a complete, like, I do think if you're able to have like more platonic friendships, then you're a little bit more like disciplined. Like, you don't just go like, oh, like woman, boobs, sex. Do you get what I mean? I'm not saying that you don't want to sleep with either of them. Maybe you do, but like in my head, it means that you're able to like distinguish. Like, women are not just people that you are. Like, there are some people that I see, women, either you're my sexual desire, or I don't actually care about anything you have to say. You're not interesting to me. Do you get what I mean? And I think there are some men that have that perspective, and that is a bit of a red flag to me, because it's like, you should be able to sit down. Obviously, you probably might have a better time or a different time sitting talking with your boys, right? Because you can do boy things, but you can also go and have a cup of tea with Nadia and have a gossip.
You say that, but I would treat Nadia and Tawny like boys. It's actually quite.
Don't.
No. Not 24/7. But you just said you could go to your boys and be like rah rah rah. However, I've found that with Nadia and Tawny, if you get a female friend as a guy, if you have a female friend, and you break down that wall of you're a girl and I'm a guy, and treat them like your friend, you can actually get way more insight from a woman by opening up to them than you would from opening up to one of your male friends.
Of course, because we're better socialised.
I would talk to Nadia, not as if she's a girl, but as if she's a friend who is a girl, who just then gives me her insight.
That's my point, though. Like, you can go to her
and a lot of times she would be like, oh my God, Reese, or what? But then she would talk to me.
Yeah, you can have a cup of tea and a gossip with them, which shows that you value her as a person, like, you know, gender or not. You just value her opinions as a person separate from her vagina. Do you get what I'm saying?
Never seen it.
To me, well, good.
Don't even know if she has
although one time I do remember, and this is why I'm not saying I'm in any way like your ex, but like, I can understand why sometimes these relationships can be testing, because, you know, it is a thing where a lot of people will say platonic relationships don't exist, right? At the end of the day, if someone, what do they call it? The free drink limit.
What's that?
That any platonic relationship, if you have free drinks, that's your limit, because one person will always push the bill further.
Free drinks.
That's what they say. The free drink platonic limit. Anyway, one day I did walk in and you didn't know that I was there in your house. I'd been downstairs talking to your mum, and I came upstairs and Nadia was upstairs and she was twerking on the bed. and I was like, oh, have I interrupted something? She was lying on the bed with her legs in the air doing the leg wobble thing, and you were like, yeah, that looks about right. Oh yeah, that was better that time. And I'm thinking,
but that's the thing, I didn't know that till now. But I know the day you're talking about, because that's like not an often thing, because Nadia's she laughs at herself quite a bit, so I remember that. The two legs doing this. That was funny.
Yeah, and
but
the thing
you walked in on me and
it's
Nadia.
Funny, and I. Yeah. But
that's not twerking.
Okay, so she had on shorts, and she's got a very, very nice. This girl has got a much nicer figure than I do. She's beautiful, and she's lying on your bed, scantily clad, slapping her thighs together. Okay, so it's not twerking, but for the bands. Could be perceived as a sexual scenario that I've walked in with your, not boyfriend at the time, but person that you are sleeping with, and another very, very beautiful woman. And I say all of this to say is that obviously I wasn't jealous, but I can see how someone who already has a natural propensity to be jealous would find it challenging to accept a relationship that is that free and open. But to me, it's a green flag, because it means that you're able to be around her and not be like, oh, maybe one day, like a creep about it. Because I've definitely had male friends who I've really thought were my friends, and then all of a sudden 2 years in they're professing their love for me, and I'm thinking, do you have to do that for?
Yeah.
Why'd you have to ruin it like that for it? Because now I'm thinking, all that time that I genuinely thought you were my friend, and then all of a sudden you're now like, oh, but I would, or they do something odd or creepy that you're just like, okay, I get it now. You just want to.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people are just in the waiting line.
I hate that.
But that doesn't cloud the fact that some people can just have female friends. Like you got male friends that I don't care anything about. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. But I never had that before.
Welcome to the real world.
Yeah.
That was deep. That was real. Kaira got she's cheated on her ex off her chest. It's a bit dark. Don't drag her. She's not cheated on me, and if she did, I'd kill her. I actually wouldn't. I've been cheated on before, and I thought what I would do if I caught a girl cheating, and what I did was nothing like the movie I had in my head.
Did you cry in the rain?
I cried.
In the rain?
It wasn't raining, it was summer.
No, if I had one wish. Did you shake?
No, but I was hurt.
You cried? Aww. But this is why it's so annoying.
If I caught a girl cheating, I'd kill both of them.
Yeah.
I had no.
But can I just
I
say,
didn't have any. I had no anger for him, and I was just broken by this girl.
But I just couldn't. But like, I know this sounds so toxic, yeah. But while we're here, it's like so frustrating to be the girl in these scenarios, yeah. Because it's like, I want you to have that wealth of emotion towards me, but it was wasted on her.
You want to see me cry for you?
But I don't want to make you cry. I don't want to do anything that warrants that. But it just makes me feel like you had all of your firsts with someone.
Yeah,
then exactly. And then it's like, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, guys, but I feel like with a guy, when they've been hurt, they'll never be the same again. Like, they're never as open, they never love as hard. Like, I don't feel like I'll get half the amount of love that she would have got. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Whereas with a girl, I feel like, although they might continue to be paranoid, they will be open and vulnerable again. They will love even more so than they loved before. Whereas I feel like she stole something from me. Maybe she stole some of the first from you, but she also took away a lot of the mistakes. Yeah. She took a lot of. I'm still dealing with your mistakes. Nah, you ain't dealing with mistakes. They're all fucking nightmare sometimes. You ain't dealt with no mistakes. You are a nightmare. I'm a pretty finished product by the time I've come to you. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? I've gone through it all. I know all of what do's and don'ts. Look me in the eye and tell me that you think you're a finished fucking product. I'm more of a finished product. So you're not then? No one is. Okay, but when me and you break up and I get with my next girl, she might have the finished product. So you have many issues at the beginning of this relationship, right, and you're still and I'm ironing them out. Exactly, but on you. You're not a finished product. You're just practice for her, for her, for her. Are you joking me? I'm about to jump across this table. I'm 100% joking, but the metaphor is real. As in, you didn't get all of those first, but she got all of my mistakes. Well, there's a song. What is that song? It's like that. It's the Chance the Rapper song. He says something like, "You was always perfect and I was always practice." Makes sense. So if we don't make it, this will just be seen as a practice again. Fuck's sake. But right now, I'm assuming I'm close to my finished product and this will work out. Yet to be seen. But like I said, you are the reigning champ. Basically, if you decide one day that you don't want to be with me anymore, anyone that and just say I'm like, I disagree. Like, maybe you don't want to be with me and I'm like, yeah, cool, me neither. But if it is a case of you want to leave me, yeah, I could go full psycho mode and be like, well, whichever girl you have to have, they've got to fight me for the belt. So you better be getting a jiu-jitsu girl or an MMA girl, because otherwise I will beat that bitch up. If it's just some normal girl, I could just turn up and be like, yeah, cool. And then when I'm wiping her wounds, fine, after, I'll be like, don't worry about her. I'll be like, good luck for the old wanking. So I broke both her wrists. I'm like, use her vagina. And I am now in prison. So you can do what you want. I can do what I want in peace. But please, can you write to me? I want updates on your ball bag. So last part of the show, because we've been talking, we've been
have you
chatting.
done all your segments and not one of your segments have been your word of the weeks, your recommend-do's?
I'm just about to finish with your recommend-do because I don't have one.
Oh.
So recommend-do. What do we recommend you to watch, to read, to listen to basically ingest? And if we don't recommend it, then it's called a recommend-don't. So
I have binge watched the whole entire seasons 1, 2 and 3 of C, just so I can be prepared for this.
Jason Momoa,
C. 3 seasons. It's really hard to do. I've never done a recommend do directly after watching something like this quick on my own, because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who does want to watch. However, I will say they'll give you the premise and then what I want to talk about from it. The premise is it's a world where vision is a myth, something of the past. Everyone is blind. Everybody just goes off of feel, touch and sound. The idea of vision is scary and seen as a witch. So if you are known to have sight, you're known as a witch. There's no one around with sight. There's like 4 people in the whole series that have it. So if you've got sight, it's a witch. And the reason being is because they say with sight comes a lot of trouble, which if you watch the seasons 1, 2 and 3, that's what you're going to see. And I'm not going to give you any of the information about that. What I do want to say though is it's very interesting to me. I think I said this when I first started watching C. The most interesting thing about it is like how much taking away our sight changes the way we live. And I think we spoke about like even like desires. Last night we was talking about how did we get onto breast and bums?
Can I just say, can you just stick to giving the recommendation and then give your point? Cause I'm recommending.
Yeah. My recommend-do this week is C. If you haven't seen it,
SEE.
It's by Jason Momoa. Again, I don't know what it's legitimately on because I watch it on a Fire Stick. Yeah. But SEE.
Give it some vibes. Like, what's it?
Right. If you're coming off the back of watching something long-winded and that's what you like, things happen quick. That's the thing with me is when I watch seasons, I really do judge things on how long it's going to take. I like long character developments. However, everything's quite fast-paced in this. You're kind of chucked in the deep end and things develop and some kings become queens and queens become kings. It all happens very quickly. It's 3 seasons, not that long. There's only 8 episodes and I did stay stuck to it.
I watched bits of it as you was doing it. Yeah. Am I right in assuming that it's like giving the love child of like, there's nothing that's like quite it, because obviously the seeing factor in it is a bit dystopian, but it's kind of like Game of Thrones. I was going to say...
Are you talking about like the time period?
No.
Because
Game of Thrones is not.
This one's set in the future.
Because Game of Thrones is not a historical point. It's like Game of Thrones.
It's like that, but it's set in... It's the thing. It's the future, but it's not futuristic. It's the future of... Is if like maybe...
It's apocalyptic.
Yeah, it's apocalyptic. It's if everything's been destroyed. So they're living in the future of a destroyed world. So it's not like futuristic things. It's just like that. What was you saying about a love child?
I was gonna try and add it into like that shitty zombie show that you watch, but it's not really similar to that.
No, it's just all about one man that has vision. He's like blessed and he goes around breeding up a bunch of blind people and they all have kids with sight. And then it fast forwards like 20 years to when those kids are now in the world with sight, reading books, reading about all of the historic inventions that we had. They start developing things like bombs and stuff. And that's where you see the shift in how they sort of settled their wars between kingdoms with like blind people sword fighting.
So unrealistic.
I got some negatives about the show, but it goes from that to like once the seeing people start getting involved and reading books and developing bombs and start.
Don't give them everything.
Yeah, well that's the thing with vision. We will destroy everything.
Yeah.
The problem with the show. It's not all clean sailing, right? You have to accept. This is what I've tried to watch C 3 times before I got through it this time. And the first 3 times of watching episode 1, I just turned it off. Like this don't make sense. You can't have a war between blind people and they're fighting the correct people and they're not just stabbing each other. That doesn't make sense to me. So you're gonna have to watch it with a little bit like
suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, let's just imagine that they're so deaf that they can see with their ears a little bit. You know what I mean? They do, and they know 10 people are there, so they turn. You gotta watch it a bit like that. But once you can get past that and you can just believe in it. And last thing is, what helped me actually enjoy this season, because I was thinking that in the beginning. I watched a blind football match, which is happening. That happens now. Those guys are fucking great. They're pitch black. Even if they're not blind, they've got able vision people, but they wear a blindfold, like a blackout blindfold, and they're playing football. The ball's got a bell on it, and they hear instructions, and they're actually playing a full game of football. Passes, shots, dribbling, tackling.
What's more impressive, blind football players or armless table tennis player?
What? And they use the mouth.
Have you seen it? He's like...
Does he use the mouth?
He's like... And he's sick. What's more impressive? Because I think it might be the table tennis player, I'm not going to lie. But then the element of football
I would rather
is the
be
teams.
the blind footballer than the armless table tennis player.
Because the element with the football, what makes it more difficult is the fact that they've got a team.
You're
so
relying
it's like
upon
there's
others.
okay, that's a good point, is that you can rely on the team, but you're also like, there's a lot going on. Whereas at least with table tennis, you've got the width of this table. There's only a certain places and you can still see it. But honestly, if you guys have not seen the table tennis...
Are you trying to suggest that playing table tennis with your mouth is like not almost impossible?
No, I just said, what do you think? What would you prefer? I was just weighing up the pros and the cons. He is absolutely incredible.
He's sick. I'd rather be the blind footballer than I'd rather be blind than have no arms.
I mean, that's an even bigger question, but yeah.
Would you rather be blind or have no arms?
I'd rather be blind.
Right.
Yeah.
Arms are essential. Even just getting off the floor.
Well, not, if you've got good hip mobility, maybe not.
If you're a girl and you've got no arms, you can get off the floor easier. If you're laying on your belly, guys aren't getting up. Anyway, how did we get onto, from this, the last thing I wanted to say coming off of that was, how did we get onto the conversation about bums and boobs last night?
I don't know.
Because
we don't need to get back onto bums and boobs. We've done enough.
what was the comment? Don't let this be too PG.
Yeah, but we've done enough.
They want it.
We've done enough poo talk and willy talk and bum talk and all
but
that.
this is serious.
And we've been filming for an hour and a half. So we've got other things to film.
All right, comment if you wish I carried on that conversation.
Yeah, but
next week, gotta give me leverage next week to continue as I am.
You
all
can,
right?
but what I'm just trying to explain to you is that we've been filming.
Come on,
for
don't tell me again. What's next?
The end. Goodbye.
Is that it?
You're not getting that. I'm trying to be like,
Oh,
because we've got half an hour and we want to film the next bit.
all right then, cool. Hope you lot enjoyed the episode. I've been your boy Bailey.
And I have been amazing once again.
Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, because you know it helps the channel out. And remember, you can join our Patreon completely free right now. Just go become a member, sit in there and await your further instructions. I'm trying to build a cult. I want you guys to take over the world. But we've got to start somewhere. So go join. Yeah?
Go join the Patreon.
Big up, man.
Go and watch Bailey's YouTube. Go and subscribe to my Substack. Go and comment.
Said all that already.
Go and call your nan. It's important.
Peace.